And here is the Galaxy S2. This specific one is the Galaxy S2 LTE, and this is a pretty large upgrade over the Galaxy S. So the Galaxy S had a 4-inch screen. This one had only 3G networking, and it had Android 2. This one has a 4.5-inch screen, so a much larger screen. This one has an 8-megapixel camera. It does include flash there. This one has 1 gig of RAM, has a 1850 milliamp hour battery, and this one came with Android 2.3, but ended with Android 4.1. So it got huge gains throughout its lifetime. And you can see the menu system looks completely different here. But you do have that another beautiful AMOLED display. We have those same capacitive keys at the bottom. So if you can see here, we've got the same option key, home key, back key, and search key. However, I did learn that some of the international variants had a home key instead of these capacitive keys. But with the Galaxy S3 and on, that changed, and they no longer included these capacitive keys anymore. So you can definitely tell the difference. So this one has been updated to 4.1. You've got the new marketplace, the new Google search bar here. And honestly, it really runs pretty well for it being, from 2011. Has a newer version of TouchWiz, obviously. And this kind of look lasted for a while here. This specific phone, being that it was a Galaxy S2 LTE, this is from Rogers in Canada. So this one is not from an American carrier. And you can kind of tell that because there's no branding anywhere. It is clean and stock, which I like. So that was really nice. You can tell on the Galaxy S, we did have that Verizon branding up at the top there. However, there's nothing else on the back, just the Galaxy S logo. But this being a Canadian version, it didn't have any branding. So here's your lock screen here. Did have a couple of quick choices here. This one did not require you to have an SD card to take pictures, which is great. So didn't have any problem with that. And I'll definitely show you some pictures of this here. Here's a test of the video on the Galaxy S2. This one also included a front-facing camera for the first time. There I am there. So not terrible, not great, but hey, included it nonetheless. Let's see, what else do we have here? So it was released in August of 2011. Have that Super AMOLED display. So the resolution on this is actually the same as the Galaxy S. 800 by 480, 5 by 3 aspect ratio, 207 pixel per inch density. Corning Gorilla Glass TouchWiz UI 4. Has a Qualcomm Snapdragon S3, is a dual-core 1.5 gigahertz processor, and has an Adreno 220 graphics. So this one came with 16 gigs of storage, 1 gig of RAM, 8 megapixel camera with flash, and it can do video at 1080p at 30 frames per second. The front-facing camera is 2 megapixels. It does have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack there, as you can see. And yeah, it's a pretty nice phone. I don't have a Galaxy S2 to test out, but the Galaxy S2 LTE, definitely a really nice phone. But you can tell, even in 2011, that's getting pretty big there. But 4.5 inches is nothing compared to what we have now. All right, so I'll give you a little performance review here. So here it is booting up. Yeah, so not too bad. It's a little sluggish at times, but one thing I will say that I really appreciate with this is the lack of bloatware. There is no bloatware at all, because this is just a nice phone with no carrier branding, no carrier bloatware, no garbage. Still runs pretty alright. Alright, so I'll show you YouTube and see how long it takes to get a video up, and then give you kind of a sample of how it sounds. So all the apps are updated on the phone. So this is a new version of YouTube. Yeah, so as you can see, it kind of takes a little bit of time there.
To the constant beginners who sing off key against the beat, to those unfamiliar with convention, unmoved by rules.
Now the thing that sucks about this is it does have a rear-facing speaker.
Those open to daydreams.
So not terrible, not great, but all right, we can try another one here.
Hey guys, we're incredibly lucky today to have Dr. Anthony Fauci, who's the director of the Allergy and Infectious Disease branch of the NIH. You may have seen him on stage with Trump as he's part of the coronavirus task force. He's going to be answering some of our questions today. Let's get right to it. Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, so as you can see, it's a little sluggish at first, but once it does load things, you're able to kind of go through things pretty quickly. It's not terrible, but not great, but honestly, not bad for a phone from 2011. So let's try a game and just see how long it takes to load the game here. Oh, it locked the screen. All right, let's see. Oh, it has to download additional things. All right, let's download that and I'll come back. So it took about 15 minutes to download that 400 something megabytes, and this was the message I got after it loaded again. So it says there are known issues with the device. So we're gonna try it anyway and see how it runs. See if it lets us bypass this, all right? Yeah, so that's a little hard to do one-handed, but that performance wasn't too bad. So yeah, hopefully that gives you an idea of how well this performs. And I'm not sure how recent that game is, but not too bad. If you look around the device, the S2 here. So on the S2, we do have those 4 capacitive keys at the bottom there. So we have that option, home, back, and search. And we have that nice large screen there. We have our camera right here, if you can see that. Here, I'll turn this off so you can see. We do have our camera right there. We have our blacked out earpiece, Samsung branding, and our ambient light sensors and all that good stuff. On the back here, the camera is now centered. So we have our 8 megapixel camera with a chrome edge around it and a flash. This does have a plastic back. It is removable. We do have our speaker here, rear facing. On the side here, we do have our sleep wake key, which got a little bit bigger from the S1. On the bottom here, we have micro USB, which was moved from the top. We have our microphone. On the other side, we have our volume rocker here. And on the top here, we do have a 3.5 millimeter headset jack.
Okay, so guys, if you like this video, slap that like button down below. If you want to see some more, press the subscribe button also down below, and then hit that bell. I'll see you guys in the next video.